Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today we will discuss about uh, software defect life cycle, bug life cycle in software testing. I'm sharing my screen. Guys, you can see my screen, right? Okay. Okay, guys, this is my channel. My channel name is Rajbay, the Rajbay Tech World. Please subscribe my channel if you find my sessions are helpful and interesting. Uh, Previously, my channel name was different. Now I updated to the Rajbay Tech World. Uh, Please go through our tutorials. So we will jump into our topic. So I want to pick the new template. So yeah, this is the new template. Okay, I'm going to tell you how the bug life cycle in software testing. Okay. So bug life cycle is nothing but we call it as a defect life cycle also in software testing. So bug life cycle or defect life cycle is a process that a defect goes through. So there will be some phase, right? Defect age will be there from the moment when the defect found during testing and how it got fixed, how it got retested, how it got closed. So there will be some process. So that complete process we call it as a bug life cycle or defect life cycle. Okay, bug life cycle, or we can call it as defect life cycle also. Defect life cycle. Okay. So anything. Okay. So that process, right? So when the during testing, you will find a bug. So how that got processed, like whether it is fixed, whether it is retested, whether it is closed, no? That complete process, no? How we will see clearly. Uh, we will see clearly step by step, right? Now, so this is defect life cycle, right? Normally, so you are doing a testing. So normally a new defect you will encounter a new issue while doing testing. So we can call it as new. Issue is new. So when the issue is new, right? So this, say what I can write here is uh, testers, testers testing the application, and they find an issue and they report it as defect. Okay, defect. So tester testing the application, they find an issue and then they report it as then they report it as a defect. Okay, defect. And so when bug is reported for the first time, right? For the first time, when it is reported, the status is new. So the bug status is new. Okay. Here, one thing you need to understand is, so before that here, so what is error? Normally, error means error. So normally what it will, who calls it as an error? Developers. Developers. So programs in application, right? Application. So programmatically, a mistake or syntax issues, syntaxes or wrong syntax. So I can call it a wrong syntax leads to error. You got it, right? So normally, whenever the coding happens, right? So in that coding, if something programmatically some logic they are writing wrong or wrong syntax they are writing, that leads to an error. So developers call that is an error during the development. Okay. So coming to defect. Okay. This defect, right? Testers, while testing the application. So expected and actual are not matching. Then in QA, it called as defect. Okay. So QA people know when they are testing the application, there is some mismatch in the actual and expected values. These are not matching. And Then the QA calls it as a defect. Defect. So the main thing is bug. So normally people are getting confused, right? So that is why we are explaining here. Bug. Who terms the bug? Okay. Who terms the bug? Once developer accepts it is an issue, then termed as bug. Say, after reporting the defect, developers will check it, then it is still an issue, then they call it as bug in their environment. But during programmatically, they will call it as an error. Okay. Still, see that this terminology depends on based on the companies. Either people will call it as bug, an issue. So normally QA also uses bug, defect. That depends on the terminologies we use in the companies. But so issue is common word for everything. So there is an issue in this application. There is an issue in this application. But defect we normally call it as in the test environment. Bug we call it as in the developers environment. During development phase they call it as an error. So some common names, right? So, but everywhere they call it as an issue. So, uh, so, um, practically no one will follows the agenda of the terminologies. Most of the people they will call it as an issue. That is also accepted. That depends on how your team pronounces. Okay. Now the state, right? Whatever we are discussing the state. Now the bug is new. So whenever testers they are finding the application, they report it as a defect, right? The status is new. Once it is new, what they will do? They will assign to assign. What they will do? They will do assign. Assign. Assign means assign or assigned. Okay. So whom they will assign? They will assign to developer. They will assign to developer. So, so developer picks this issue, assigned issue or defect, and so when it is assigned, right? After assign, so whenever the developer picks, right? So whenever developer starts working on that issue, then the status will be open. The status will be open. Okay. Developer, developer analyzes issue or defect, analyzes defect and starts working on this issue. Okay, that's issue on this defect. So we call it as open. Defect state is open. Then once it is opened, so one developer analyzes, he confirms that it is defect. Then he starts working on this defect. So once if he starts working on this defect, What it will do? It will fix, right? We fix or fix issue, fixed or resolved, right? Resolved. Once it is resolved, what you will do? Here we call it as developer fixed the defect. Or so developer is development fix the bug. You can call it as bug. Okay. Once developer fixes the bug, the state is ready for retest, right? So again, it should be retested. If it is here ready for retest, right? Retest. So testers, no, QA team has to retest it and confirm the issue is fixed. Once the issue is fixed, testers will retest the bug. Okay. Once if it is retested, if it is fixed successfully, what they will do? Fix it successfully, verify and close. They will verify and close it. They will verify and close it. Right? Okay. So just verify the bug. Okay. Testers confirm the bug is fixed. Okay. The bug is fixed. Okay. Then what they will do? They will close it. Right? This is happy flow. They will close the bug. Okay. Testers close the bug. This is the complete happy flow. Okay, once developer is fixed, ready to retest, when they are retesting, they say that still the bug is not fixed. Okay, what will write here after retesting? So here retesting, still the bug is, still the issue exists, the issue is reproducible. Then what it will do? Reopen the bug. Hmm? Reopen again. Okay, this is one happy path. New assign, this is one happy path. Suppose ready for retest, if it is fixed, verified and closed. If it is not fixed, then again you need to reopen it. You need to reopen it here. Bug will be reassigned or reopened, reassigned to developer. Okay, here the bug is reassigned to developer. Okay, the bug is reassigned to developer, reopened. Again, what they will do? Reopen. So developers same. Again, they will assign. Again, they will assign, they will open the bug, open the bug. Again, they will, uh, they will send to fix a review state, right? Got it, right? It is a cyclic process. If it is fixed, it will be closed. If it is not fixed, again, it will be reopened, assigned to the same developer. It is opened, and it will be again, it will come to a fixed state. Again, what is ready to retest. Testers again will retest it. If it is fixed, they will close it. If it is not fixed, again, this will be a cycle. Okay. Here we have seen case one is a happy flow. If it is bug fixed, close. If it is not fixed, they will reopen. This is assigned, and again they will send to fixed. So this is the second stage. There will be other bugs. These are least priority bugs. Okay. Or so when you report the bug, no, here they will analyze it. Okay, developers analyze this defect, open and analyze it. After that, what they will write? They call it as deferred state. We call it as deferred state. Deferred. Deferred. Okay. Deferred. So whenever you report the new bug, they will assign it. So once they in the open state, developers analyze the defect and starts working on this defect. If the defect is priority, they will immediately fix it. If the defect is not priority, okay, if the defect is not priority, they will move to deferred, right? Here, just I am adding text. If the defect is not priority, they will move to deferred, and keeps them for later releases. Because these are not priority. Later release means maybe upcoming after 2 to 3 cycles we can fix it. Later release means okay, not priority bugs, right? So later they can pick. Okay, and fix, right? Like this. So if the defect is priority, immediately they will fix it. If the defect is not priority, after analyzing, okay, we will move this defect to later releases, right? However, so we will work after the priority work is completed. This is not much priority. So they will move the defect to deferred. Then once it is deferred, fixed on later releases, again, same, it will come to fixed or resolved. Then again, the same cyclic process, it will start, right? So this is the totally three concepts. Okay. This is the straightforward flow, happy flow. Whenever you get the new defect, it will assign to the developer. So developer change the status to open state. He will analyze the defect and start working on this defect. If it is a priority defect, he will fix it. So ready for retest. He will change the status to ready for retest. Then testers will fix the same defect and they will test the defect. If it is fixed, they will verify and they will close. Okay. If it is not fixed, again they will reopen it. They will assign to the developer. The developer again opens the defect. He will fix again. He will be assigned to fixed or resolved state. Then it will be retested by the tester. If the defects are not priority, those defects will be analyzed. It will be moved to deferred for later releases. So we will pick slowly, but we will work on priority tasks. If it is fixed on later releases, then it will move to fixed state. Again, they will start working on the testers will start working on the fixed defects. They will verify and close it. So this is also very simple. So developers now when they are doing programming the application, right? If it is a mistake or wrong syntax leads to error, developers now during their initial phase of development. So testers while doing the testing, they find any issue, they call it as defect. So they call it as defect. Once developer accepts it's an issue, then termed as bug. But in these three cases, a common word can be used everyone. It's an issue. So nobody says this, but this is how the priority has to be given. But in current uh, standards, now everyone call it an issue, a defect, a bug. So anything comes to one meaning. Our terminologies, but actual meaning of this error, defect, bug is this one. Guys, if you find this session is helpful, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.